A week off with, of course, that was Kasabian. It's been a lot of fun this week. We were pretty much on our knees last night, but quick game of Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and we were absolutely on fire again. I was John Bon Jovi last night for a brief moment. It's Joe with you until 1:45 today. You can text in if you want to do that, 811-99, that's 811-99. The way it works today then, so this is what you're going to hear today. You're going to hear between now and 10:30 an interview which we recorded especially with Coldplay in their dressing room when we went to Glasgow and they were playing at Hampden Park. So they did a bit of a chat about that, how they're feeling at the conclusion, the end of their world tour. And also they recorded a very special live lounge performance, probably their final one for me in daytime, I guess. And also kind of the end of a certain era for them too. And personally it was a very special song that they did, so you'll get to hear that. And then after 10:30, between 10:30 and 11:30, you get an hour uninterrupted, except I might pop up occasionally, of Coldplay recorded at Hampden Park in Glasgow. If you love that band, if you've been to see them anytime, it'll just make your spine tingle because there's just some great moments, some classics and all the new stuff as well. So an hour of Coldplay live from Glasgow between 10:30 and 11:30, and then from then on in, it's all over to Jay-Z. He'll be just hanging out with us. We've got a poker stick ready, I've got a basketball lined up ready for him to shoot some hoops, and we'll just have a lot of chat, and we'll get some live music as well from Jay-Z, and that'll be after 12 o'clock, between 12 and 12:45, and that is the way it's going to work. Yesterday though, it was all round to Dizzy Rascals. He went to his studio where he makes his magic, where he makes his music, and where he spent a lot of time. Looked at all his memorabilia. The photographs are online if you want to go and have a look at that. The cutest pictures in the world ever of Dizzy as a little boy, as a baby, as a little boy, just capturing his personality in his life completely. So go and have a look at those online. And I want to play this track. We were kind of arguing over which song we should play, but this for me was so exciting when he did it. It was kind of a real carnival feeling, a riot of sound and fun. Enjoy this now. Dizzy Rascal from yesterday's live lounge tour, and this is Holiday.
Holiday Spirit, Guthrie.
A candlelit dressing room, and we just kind of had a little moment of reflection on their current state of mind. It's Radio 1, it's the Live Lounge Tour, and it's the final day, so we've got Jay-Z coming up a little bit later on, but right now, this is something it's a little something we prepared earlier. Midweek in Glasgow, and went to visit Coldplay, went to watch the gig, which you're going to hear very soon indeed, and I'm in the dressing room right now. So it's a very nice dressing room indeed. I am fully dressed, obviously the band are the ones who are going to be getting dressed. Will there be costume changes?
Yes, I mean, if there's one thing we've become known for now, it's our ridiculous costumes.
How many kind of jackets do you have each?
9, about 9.
Yeah, well, I would say I have the least. I think I have 4.
Why is that, Will?
Because I tend to take my jacket off because it gets too hot. But I do have 1,000 shirts.
And do you coordinate, like, who's going to wear which jacket? I can't believe we're talking about this, to be honest, but it's important.
Well, it is like our school uniform, and I think we would feel strange playing a concert without them at the moment. Yeah.
I think probably more important than anything is how do you feel at this point in the tour, because it's all coming to an end and it's been an incredibly long journey.
Well, I'll be honest, we were nervous about coming home, but then the reason why we chose to finish here is because, it's our favourite place, and ultimately it's where we feel most happy.
So it's scary. It's just scary to know what kind of reaction you're going to get.
Well, yeah, all of our friends and family are all here, and
a lot of our enemies.
Yeah,
they don't come to the gigs. Don't worry, they're not at the gigs.
No, we invite our enemies to the gigs.
Good move.
They have a special guest list for the enemies.
Let's look back at the tour then. Where's the most beautiful place that you've played on the tour, Guy?
I can't think. Maybe a festival or something.
Would anyone else like to take this question and run with it?
No, keep going on, Guy. He's into it.
I can't honestly say. I can't name the most beautiful place, but I'm sure one of my 3 colleagues would say something and I would instantly agree. Is
that the way it works?
Yeah.
There must be some country that you've been to that you've kind of been blown away by how lovely it is, and you've had a great time there.
Been to Australia, Southeast Asia. We've toured around Europe and all across America.
And
New
the
Zealand.
Most beautiful of those is...
Do you know what? It's all beautiful, Joe. It's all...
I was really happy this time round to play in France, because a lot of the times I think we've felt like we've always done something wrong in France. I don't know why. It's probably just the English kind of paranoia about being in France. But this time round, I think the key is that we had the French flag on the front of our album. I think that opened the door. But we played in the Parc des Princes in Paris a few weeks ago, and it was amazing. It was like one of the, it really felt like we'd achieved something that we didn't think was ever possible.
So that was special.
Park of Prince.
Exactly.
Did he?
Parc des Princes. Yeah.
Did Prince?
No, prance, as in
Oh, prance.
prancing. Like a pony.
That's what most of our shows based around, prancing.
We're going to play a track now. You can choose what song we play here. So if there's a band or a song that you particularly love at the moment, it's your choice.
What about
Bat for Lashes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Bat
Okay.
for Lashes, yes, please.
Okay, which particular Bat for Lashes track should we play?
Let's play Daniel.
That's a good choice. I'm glad you chose that. They played with you, of course, Bat for Lashes.
Yeah, they did a couple of shows with us on this tour. They're absolutely fantastic.
You were suitably mesmerised
Indeed.
by Natasha.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
The whole band, pretty mesmerising.
All right, we'll play it. This is Bat for Lashes, and this is Daniel. And Daniel. So we're in the dressing room, in Coldplay's dressing room at the moment. It's very tidy, pretty good. There's lots of fruits, lots of bottles of water. I can't see anything particularly scandalous to point out. There's lots of signed stuff you've got here as well. Marker pens, photographs
like
of people. Who are they?
It's like one of this is all our crew.
Okay.
It's like one of those gangster films, you know, when they're all everyone's gambling and smoking and doing loads of stuff, and then the police come in and they flip all the tables.
Oh,
And
okay.
everything's like water and things. That's exactly. Well, as soon as you go out.
What are the Band-Aids doing over there? That's what I was going to say. Look, there's
you
a
mean
ton of Band-Aids. Yeah.
There's a moment where Will plays a big drum in a song called Viva La Vida, and then in the next song, Guy plays it, the same drum, and then he leaves me the stick so that I can play it, and I hit it so that it flips in the air and goes into the crowd. But some nights I get it wrong and it comes back in my face, and so sometimes I have to have a plaster on my face because of a cut.
Okay, and that's why you have little plasters on you sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Blistery. You've got Girls Aloud still to come and play with you at Wembley. Will you be able to stop yourself from going on stage? Chris, I guess that's to you.
What do you mean?
With Girls Aloud.
Stop myself, what, as in the groupie sense?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many security people that, we pay to stop that happening.
But they're your security, so they'll just let you through.
No, they won't. You see, they're told, like, don't let him
Near Girls Aloud.
Restraining order.
Well,
No.
that's going to be the Wembley concerts are going to be great because there's more number ones being played before we come on stage than after we come on stage.
And Jay-Z as well is playing with you tonight in Glasgow and also at the weekend too.
Well, I can't see him doing Glastonbury, guys. I can't see how that would work.
And might you be going on stage or kind of get involved in anything musical with him?
Well, yes, hopefully.
Talk us through what happens in the minutes before you walk out on stage.
Well, normally one of our assistants tries to track us all down, just kind of like throwing a bag of marbles on the floor and watching them kind of disappear. So they have to try and round us all up, and then they'll say we've got 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and we generally tease them about their timekeeping and annoy them to high heaven. And then we all kind of get together. We make sure we have our in-ear monitors in and we can hear everything. And then just before we go on stage, we stand behind the curtain and just have a nice little group moment.
What do you do? Are there words between you, or is it a physical
really.
hug kind of thing, or just a focus?
I think we should actually name drop our assistant Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky Taylor.
Because she's like our mum on tour.
So Vicky's involved in the huddle as well. Is it like a rugby scrum and then Vicky's in the middle? Because she's quite small.
Vicky doesn't do the huddle, but Vicky does keep us all. We'd like to give her a shout out if that's possible.
That's very good. And then as you walk out on stage, can you describe what it's like? Say for when you walk out in Glasgow tonight and you look out at the audience, how does that feel?
It feels amazing, but I think the most important thing is we try not burn each other's eyes out with our sparklers.
Well,
Are they special sparklers?
They do last. They last a while, actually.
Yeah, they have extra long sparklers.
Yeah, they last the length of the intro, which is all we need them for, really.
At least a minute.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the tour being over, like when Wembley's over?
I think people around us find us quite hard to be around. Well, me in general, but all of us when we're coming off tour, because you get at 9 p.m. every night, you get this sudden crazy energy, and it's not the same if you're just watching X Factor. You've got nothing to. You see what I mean?
All right, well, enjoy the gig tonight. People are going to be able to hear it in a very, very short space of time. It's going to be going out. It'll be from Glasgow, but first of all, we're going to go back to... I had this song as Record of the Week way back when you were just starting out, and it was really special, so it's great. You can do this for us now.
Yes, we are.
This is Coldplay, and this is Shiver.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.